So this week's video is about me showing you how to design that beautiful new bathroom, and this one you're going to absolutely love. But before we get started, don't forget to subscribe and turn on your notifications so you can see me every week. Sorted? Right, let's get cracking. Okay, so I've done lots of videos talking about the products and the services, but what I've not actually ever done is shown you the process that we go through in terms of designing your dream bathroom. So I just thought I'd take you through a little bit of a step-by-step guide on what we do and how I work to get that design done for you. So there are a couple of elements with this. So if a customer's having a new build, you're having this lovely build done and you're getting architectural plans of the architect, so I can also work off these sort of plans. You know, they will be to scales. We get the scale rule out and work out the different measurements for that. If I'm coming to the house and visiting a client, what I do is I take my lovely black book here and I go through all the questions that a customer might have or what they want to do with their bathroom, because I don't get into delve into the depths of the actual design there. I just want to find out what they want to achieve from the space, what will be their ideal products within that room. So then what I do is I just go through and take the rough outside measurements of absolutely every part of the room. I do the heights as well. I do window heights, height to windowsill. I also, one of the core elements I need to know is where the soil stack is, because obviously where the feeds are going to go out of the house, because that's really important for the toilet position. So what I do is I get all the information together and then I'll come back, and what I do, I get my lovely designer package out and I start getting together, I'm getting creative with my screen and my computer and working my magic to create that awesome bathroom design. First things first, obviously what I'll need to do is I'll enter the customer's actual room measurement. So the ceiling height is 2.5 in here, so we'll put the ceiling height in there. If there are any other measurements that need to go in, obviously this core element helps me put in all the different heights of walls, windowsills, coving, and just all them sort of elements we need to put in. But just for the time being, I don't need to muck around too much with that. But there are lots, like I say, it's a very intricate system that makes me get the tiniest details correct when creating that bathroom design. So the next step would obviously be to put in the type of door I would like to put in there, because obviously you can have a modern and traditional bathroom. It's always nice to make sure I've got the right door style going in. And for this particular design, the client would like a modern door, so I'm going to put in a nice modern door on this one. And then just to make sure we've got everything right, I will put the client's details in. So client's details go in there. So then I can start building the outside room. So then core measurements I took at the house, I can start entering the details in there. So this will put all the measurements in. So we've got 320 up until the window. Then the window itself is only 580 wide, but it's 50. The actual window height is 580, and then the height to the window sill is 1550. So that'll go in there. So now, as you can see on the screen, if you look on the screen now there, what you can see is the complete outline room. So we've gone from this to this on the screen over here, which is really cool. So once again, it's going to be that outline base to work in. So this particular client wanted a shower, a bath, a basin and a toilet to go into here. So because they've got the space, I'm going to put an 1800 by 800 bath into that one. And what we got here, so you can see the bath was just going into that space there. Now, because the bath doesn't actually fit wall to wall, what we will do is at the end I'll have to put in just a little bit of a tile boxing at the end to fill that space up, but I've got a clever idea for that, so I'll show you in a second. So that's where I've got that bit of wall going in there. That's cool. In this instance, I think because what I want to create in here, I'm going to go with a tiled bath panel, which can be crucial to the design and what my ideas are for this room. Because I've got this little bit of a niche area, which is restricting me a little bit. So to get all the stuff in here is going to be quite a challenge. There we go. So I'll just slide that out, because obviously we're going to need the water drain. Beautiful thing about wet rooms is you can maximise the space in a bathroom beautifully when using wet rooms, because you get that flush look to the floor. So what I want to do as well is I want to put a shower valve on the side wall. Now the reason I want to do this is because you're not having to go all the way into the shower and get wet, because we are creatures of habit. with any shower enclosure. You know, we'll open the door, we'll quickly turn it on, dart back out with the cold spray of water, give it a couple of minutes, do what we've got to do before we enter. So by putting the shower valve on the side wall will mean I can turn the shower on without actually getting wet. Okay, so because of the particular design I've got here, I'm not going to be able to build the wall out anymore, so I can't do like a hidden cistern in this one. So this is going to be what they call your standard closed couple toilet. But what I want to do is I want to make sure I use a toilet. You can see here, it's like a fully back to the wall look. So what we get a nice clean line, so no dust grooves and dust traps hiding behind the toilet. So this will be fixed in a position where the soil waste will go straight down through the floor to join up to the soil stack. If we can get some storage in there, it always helps to hide them cleaning products and them spare toilet rolls and little bits and bobs for your day-to-day use in the bathroom. So a double drawer unit I'm going to put in there. I'll just choose a certain type of tap for the moment. Lots of different choices on that, and obviously once again this is a bit of a generic at this moment in time because the client hasn't actually picked anything. This is just me creating the design and being as creative as I possibly can to maximise the space in the room. Right. Now I've got a stud partition wall up here, so what I think I'm going to do is I can't put it directly in the shower, but what I'm going to put above the bath is a couple of recesses, so some nice tiled recesses in the wall. Because what that would do, that just gives a nice feature. We can put some niche lights in that as well, which are pretty cool. But what that will do in a minute when I show you the 3D designs, it just opens up and gives us a bit more space to put them shampoos and shower gels, because sometimes it's just a little bit nicer than having the chrome baskets in the shower. A lot easier to keep clean and tidy. So I'll put them up here above the bath area. So what we've got here, the client wants to have a fully tiled bathroom as well, so that works quite well. So what we'll do, I'm just going to give you a bit of a recap, open this up now and just give you a view on what I've done so far. But what I'll do is I'll go into a bit more depth, because this will be a generic colour, so I'm going to just change some, tweak some colours around. So that's what we've got at the minute. So what you can see at the moment, I've got the bath in, I've got the recesses in the wall, I've got the shower screen, like I said, with the flipper screen here. So when that screen's out of the way, we've got it's a much bigger entry into the shower, and obviously gives you more space when you're stepping in and out of the actual bath. So as you can see, I've not got a heated towel warmer in there at the minute. So like I was saying, be a bit clever with that space at the end of the bath. What I'm going to do is put a really nice heated towel warmer at the end of the bath. You get these in a lot of hotels, a lot of people put these in. Yeah, you always see the heated towel warmer at the end of the bath. So I think that's what I'm going to do with that one. Okay, so I'll put that in there. So what I'll just do for the minute is I am going to just change some colours around. Greys are nice and popular at the minute, so let's put some nice light grey wall and floor tiles. Now when the design comes like this, I like to put the same sort of colour wall tile and floor tile. I like that consistency, and it really does open up the room and make it feel a lot bigger. So I'm going to put the same colour wall tile and floor tiles on for the minute. So like just a light grey. But what I'm also going to do is just in the shower area, just on this back wall for the minute, just to show you what we can do. I'm just going to put like a nice feature wall of tile on that back wall. Just shows you can just break that colour up a little bit by using a bit of feature tile. Just makes it look pretty cool. So I've done that. I'm using a white wet room tray at the minute. You can have where the floor is exactly the same colour when you have all different types of wet rooms. But for the minute, I've got a certain product that I use where the tiles will butt up to a wet room deck, and then that'll have the gradient built into it. Yeah, so let me just change the colour on this for you. So, you know, as you can see, so what I've done here, as you can see, I've just changed all the colours. Got a lovely grey, fresh, clean bathroom. So I've done the feature wall at the back there, but just showing you what the process of how you go through that bathroom, so how you can just transform it from that line drawing to something that's really cool, you know. So when a client comes in and wants to go through and see visualise their bathroom, they've got a real good visual. It really helps them see and walk around the bathroom itself. So I'm just going to turn around and give you another view. Let's turn that around. But you can have so much fun with this software, and like I say, the customer gets to see a little bit of what's going on in my head when I'm trying to be creative. I don't let them all the way in, as you can imagine, that'd be a bit dangerous. But as you can see, when you just turn this around to see what we can create with that space, like I was saying with that illuminated mirror, reflecting the light from the window, it just reflects the room around. And because the colours have been consistent with the wall tiles and the floor tiles, it just makes that room feel so big. For such a small space, I've opened it up, and they're going to be so happy when I've shown them they can get a bath, a shower, toilet and a basin unit into this room. So it just gives you a real good insight on what we can do with this software. Once again, it just makes the choosing of products so much easier, because it's quite easy to pick up brochures and look at all these different products, but if they don't work in your space, they're pretty pointless. So by having that design meeting first, going through this and having the design created first, it makes life so much easier when you come to pick the product, because you can actually see what you can put into the actual space. So as you can see, because I have this stud partition wall here, I've created some alcoves in the wall, some niches, which you can use some niche lights and really brighten it up again and make it really cool. But this would be a nice area to put your shampoos and your shower gels, rather than ruining the aspects of the shower by putting corner chrome baskets in, or them, as a lot of people might do, just have them sitting around on the floor. But yeah, so this is sort of what happens with a bathroom design. So as you can see, it's gone from that outline, from the outline I've created there, I changed the cut from the generic colour scheme that we had to start with, all the way to having that beautiful designer, grey, fresh, clean, modern bathroom. So just showing you what we can go through when it comes to creating that awesome, beautiful bathroom design, that dream bathroom that you always like. But that's the process. So when my customer comes to see that, I know I'm just going to wow them and blow them away. They're not even going to believe that I've managed to get a shower and a big double-ended bath in there for them as well. But that's the point of this. When we come back, we can really muck around with all the different types of product and all the other different units and stuff to really create that bathroom. So this is where we step into our own and can be really, really creative and blow your mind when it comes to seeing the end results. And then after this part, we can then go around and actually pick the actual products you need to go in to your bathroom, so you get that big choice afterwards. So I hope that helps. I hope that's a really good insight into how we go through designing a bathroom and them steps and that process to getting you in, so you can visualize that dream bathroom that's going to work beautifully in your home. So thank you so much for taking the time to watch the video, and I hope you loved it, and it really give you an insight into how much detail we go through to create that dream bathroom for you. So don't forget to share the video, and if you have any questions or need any help with the design of your bathroom, stick the comments below and I'll get back to you as soon as.